Yo, what is happening? We are here live for the Couch Doodles live Inktober day 7. Today's word is enchanted. We're trying something new today. It is a whole different format. We are going to do something. I learned how to mirror my screen from my iPad directly into the live feed so I can draw for you in Procreate and show you some techniques while we create the Inktober entry for the prompt word enchanted. All right, so I'm going to see if I'm doing it right. It still says stream validation, so I'm going to check and see what's going on over here for this. That's us. We're in. It says we're in, so that's good. Let's see where we're at on the stream. It says offline. How is it offline? It says it's online right here. So let's see what's going on with that. It says live here, but it says offline here. So I'm not sure. Let me type in. Yeah, you guys probably aren't seeing it. Hold on a second. Let me check this out because it says stream validation in progress. So we might need to do a restart. I apologize if we do. Hopefully we don't. Hopefully we do not. No. There it goes. There it goes. Sorry about that, guys. I think it should be working now. Let's try it out. Still says it's offline. Oh, it says you are in now. It's weird. I can't see myself. Oh, there we go. There it is. So that's. You might need to do a. There we go. Man, technical difficulties. Things you learn as far as getting stuff set up. Look at this. I can widen my camera out. So, like I was saying in the introduction, we're going to try something quite new today. We are going to do Procreate Live through the iPad, and I learned a way how to in a second, and then we can jump in. It's a really cool thing. I hit start broadcast. I go over here. It's gonna say Dan on iPad, and you're gonna see some cool stuff. Let's jump in. Boom, there we are. Now you can see my iPad as if it was happening right there in front of you, which is really cool. Hopefully there won't be any crazy latency, but you'll get to see how stuff goes. So what I'm going to do is create a new document, and from that I have a few brushes that I created, and one of them I call Big Chunk. That's this brush right here that's highlighted. That one can do some pretty cool shapes. So if I have a bigger size, low opacity, I can do this sort of thing. I like to go actually slightly lower opacity and smaller brush size, and just get right into it. So enchantment. I have ideas. Depends on how quickly I can draw it, but let's see what I can do here. If I see it in my mind, but now we're going to be doing some sketching, so this is going to be a different process. So I see the back of a lovely lady. And you can see I'm just blocking in shapes right now. These are not final. They're just kind of capturing what I see in my mind. So I see this like that. Yes, this is Procreate, Mr. Milton. So here we have this. I'm going to move her down slightly. You're going to see some more workflow here. And in fact, like I can show you later on, I can show you guys some really cool stuff with the iPad, because I collect a lot of books, and what I like to do is keep my real books in boxes and have a PDF version on my iPad, so it makes it easier without a bunch of bookshelves. That doesn't mean I don't miss my bookshelves, because I absolutely miss my bookshelves. But you know. So there we go. You can see kind of the scene I'm seeing in my head. And this is about how fast I draw usually. You know, I'm going to A-B so you guys can see. So select your multi. So I select that as the A, and then I'm going to select this as the B. So now you can see me here, there, and everywhere. Hello. I keep this little elevated desk thing here. Sometimes I sketch here, sometimes I sketch at my desk there, sometimes I sketch at the computer. Anyhow, if you're just joining us, welcome to Couch Doodles Live. This is number 7 in the Inktober series. We're just getting kind of revved up, getting things started. Today's prompt word is enchantment. In my mind, you can see that here I can actually switch over to camera so you can see my POV. Check this out. See that? This is my POV. So now you're seeing essentially what I see. So we can look at it this way, so you can see how fast I draw in this mode. I actually draw a little faster this way than I do with the straight into the ink, because into the ink my mind is kind of multitasking in the multitasking and holding the image along with creating the image, and a lot of these reference points I'm holding in my mind versus having in front of me, so I'm able to go faster and looser. Let's go back to just the solo on the iPad itself. Does this sound okay? Does this sound good? Matt Yackey, you're like my sound guy. Is it good? So I'm gonna do, just because it's something that I like to do, I'm gonna do a bit of a mashup of genre, a little genre mashup here. Mix some sci-fi and fantasy together, just to mess with things. And another cool thing about Procreate is you can do this sort of zoom and turn thing. So if I want to really get into this guy's face, I can, but I'm gonna discuss a little bit about some of the pitfalls of working digitally, and my teammate Rich Friend talked about this recently on his YouTube stream, regarding some of the symptoms that you see of digital work that really kind of stand out as like, hey, I can tell this is digital because and you really don't want that in your work at all. What up, D? The POV was worse on the cutouts. I think that's because it's doing double time, and the audio cutting out might have to do with this phone. It's an older phone, and it allows me to plug a mic into it, but I might need to get like I have a converter, so I might just end up using that. It's just battery power. You can't really charge it and put a mic in it at the same time, unless you have one of those dual. Well, you need basically two converters to really do that. Is one to split it, and then one to turn the mini jack into lightning. So it can be done. It's just gonna require a bit of messing with, which I can, more than happy to do to make sure that the quality of the shows is holding up. All right, so today's word again is enchantment. You can see how this guy's head's a little too big. What I can do, and this is one of the reasons I like to work digitally, is it allows this sort of freedom to be a little more impulsive and I don't want to say reckless, but just like fearless. I think that's the word, fearless in trying things and going as fast as you can capture something. And if you have little hiccups, like in real pencil, if I had a little hiccup like that, even though I liked the structure of this face, but the size of it was wrong, I'd have to erase what is essentially a well-drawn head, just a malproportioned head, and try to recapture what I liked about the first thing. And that gives you a little bit of pause or apprehension, and I've been doing this professionally for 28 years. Hey, Keora, Drawn Swords, good to see you. Thank you for coming back and joining us. For you guys that are joining, today's prompt word, as seen in the title, is enchantment. So what I've got here is I've got a little bit of a mashup of a sort of sorceress here. I may make her an alien sorceress, maybe. Maybe that's what we can do to kind of mess with it a little bit, right? So I saw on this particular one, I saw the gesture and the sort of point of view of it. Right out the bat, but like the details, like him being in a spacesuit and her turning into an alien, those weren't there. Just compositionally and situation wise, I knew what I was going to do here. Thank you again for the 13 of you that are here. We aim to please, so if you have any sort of show suggestions, things you want to see, hear, that sort of thing on this little show, we will do our best to comply. Compliance? Who remembers that? Remember that? That was what was the name of that? That was the Navigator, Flight of the Navigator, right? And it was like a Pee Wee Herman kind of spacecraft, I think, if I remember correctly. But yeah, I wanna do cool stuff for you, as well as drawing. Good, Chauncey, man, it's good to see. That's what I like to hear. If you guys got a pen and pad and are drawing and coming up with your own stuff and listen to this, then what I can really just do my best to talk about is things that I think about while I'm drawing. One of the things that's really cool, and I'm a avid fan of finding methods and tools that make things go quicker. I wish I could draw faster and faster and faster. That way I can either A, do more, or be able to have more to do with my day. And so one of the things that I think is really cool about this iPad Pro is that let's say I want to get some more sort of funky details to go on this guy's astronaut suit, because like right now I'm working everything out of imagination, and that's good. You know, I think that's the first place you should go. And also, like the brain is kind of an interesting thing. You always hear me giving oh, awesome, Yaki's coloring He-Man. I always give these Todd McFarlane examples, and the reason I give those examples is because, like I said, when I was coming up, I really identified with his style, his sort of mindset, those sort of things. And one of the things that was interesting to me, he had said, and this was during his days doing Spider-Man, was people, I think it was Stan Lee or somebody had asked him how he had come up with his version of Spider-Man with the big eyes and the, you know, the webbing in the arms and that sort of thing. And his answer was that he was trying to do Ditko's Spider-Man, but he didn't look at Ditko. He didn't look at Ditko while he was doing the book. He just was doing what his recollection was. He was remembering big buggy eyes. He was remembering more black in the costume, remembering sort of more webbing, and then you know, his other philosophy of like keeping things graphic and pushing things came into it. But that's kind of what I go for, is that come up with something first, or what you want it to feel like, you know, like, so I'm given this sort of alien, you know, I've been in He-Man world, so it's gonna have a bit of that fantasy element to it, you know, those sort of things. But then I think about, like, you know, what if like what if I want to add some like sort of high-tech sci-fi details that felt legit though, right? And I think about like, The Martian or Interstellar, and how cool I thought those suits were, and how cool the ones I think in Space Odyssey are. And the reason I'm bringing that stuff up is why the iPad is cool. So check this out. What I might do is I might go to Procreate, open up, not Procreate, sorry, Pinterest. This one's doing a not now, and you're not going to watch me sign in, so we're going to have to do it a different way. Let's just do it like this. So let's say we have Goodreader. Can't look at that. Those are my layouts to He-Man number 3. This is one of the apps I have where I keep some reference and drawing books. For example, if I go into the drawing folder, you'll see I have a lot of books on animation, drawing on the right side of the brain, the visual story, how to draw comics from our way, the Stanchfield's, all of his lecture notes, famous artist course, famous artist cartooning, environments, animals, anatomy. And in anatomy I have a whole series of books, and I will, for the record, state that with the exception of a couple of these which are out of print, I own physical copies of these. I'm not a huge fan of pirating stuff, but I'm also a huge fan of finding stuff. If you can't find a book, you know, if you're searching for a book that's out of print and you find it and it's $600, but you can get the PDF, go for the PDF. So back to what I was saying regarding reference. I wish I had my Pinterest account activated, but it's not. Look at that, Overwatch, Art of Overwatch. This is how I knew Black Flag was onto something, because a lot of that looked like Black Flag. Here's one, for example, this Deadwood Designs. I don't know if you guys have ever seen Deadwood Designs, but it's a guy named Yoshinari. and he's got like just some of the most amazing fun designs. And when I was working on Teen Titans Go, our art director Brianne, she was in charge of doing characters and stuff. She had a physical copy of this, and I said, "Oh man, I need to get one." And she started laughing. She was like, "Ha ha, you're not gonna be able to find it." And I was like, "I will," just like that. Ha ha, I will. And I couldn't. I mean, I looked and looked and looked and looked and did not find it. Yo, what's up, David? It's good to see you, dude. Am I a big fan of He-Man? I think parts, yes, but my brother is on the line. He's Audio Odyssey. That's my brother David, and he's 6 years younger than I am. So we have a little bit of an age gap, but there was a lot of crossover on things that we enjoyed, and I kind of watched He-Man sort of just switch screens and sign it and switch back. Oh, that's a great idea, David. Man, see, you did hear the wham. That's right. Okay, that's a great idea. What David had to say was perfect. So, man, I didn't even think about that. You are a wise man. See, that's great. Okay, I'm gonna log in like this. Continue. Bazowie. All right, we're in. We are in. Okay, so we are. What's going on? Oh, there it is. Ta-da! So we're back in. This is Pinterest, and this shows me things that would interest me based